thank you so much for being here today. Today we're gonna go over some lining here. I have made a lining video, but I just feel like I did a very terrible job at it. And to be honest, I really want to get a better video. The last one, I didn't even have a stencil lined up to trace. I sort of just kind of used the Sharpie marker, and it was just a terrible example. So I apologize for that. But yeah, so we have some lines stenciled out here now. So I have my 7-round liner here. Check it out. I don't know if you could see that right there. I did lay out this piece of cardboard right here just to give myself a little firmer platform to line this up. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this on. Let's talk about needle depth as well. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, so yeah, I have it out about a nickel's width. Maybe a little more when I line, you know, depending on where we're lining. If it's like, say if it's like in a elbow or a knee area, somewhere where the skin is very thick and you really got to get in there, I might pull the needle out a little bit more. So let's do a dry one here. That's a great way to practice too. A couple dry runs, you know, just really figure out how to get that still consistent movement. You know what I mean? You want to keep a consistent rate of movement, you know? You don't want to start here kind of going slow and then fast and then slow and flat. You really want to get a consistent rate of movement, and that takes practice, you know? Obviously on real tattoo, you're not going to be able to line up the tattoo exactly where you want it to be, you know what I mean? So in this case, in other cases while I'm tattooing, I'm usually moving my body, right? Adjusting my position in order to get to that best area where where I pull my best lines. And for me, my best lines come when I'm pulling towards me. You can line pushing away. There's all kinds of ways you can line, but today I'm just going to show you the basic way that and the most favorable way, I would say. You know, you always want to pull towards you. I feel like that gets the best the cleanest lines and the easiest. You know, it's really hard when you're making lateral movements. Some people like to go sideways, going this way, and I'm just not used to that. So again, you really want to contain the movement within the 3 points of your arm. And for me, the best position is just pulling towards me, going this way, just like that. All right. So yeah, so what I want to do, if I got this line up right here, I might, you know, give my hand, you know, somewhere to rest. You know what I mean? I might rest my wrist right above, right on top of my hand here, and kind of like let the machine go. You know, pull my arm. I want to pull my arm as one unit, like keeping the wrist still. You're not moving the wrist like this. You can, you know, but that's going to take a little bit of practice. So you're gonna try to pull from your elbow, pulling from your elbow here. Pull your elbow back, right? Just like this. And keep your hand and your wrist contained, right? Just like this. Yeah. Okay, so before we start, pretty much what I wanna do is I like to get my machine at an angle, not completely lateral from my position. I almost wanna bring it out to maybe like 55 degrees, right? Something like that, right? Right here. And then forward a few more degrees this way, right? So it's almost pointing my machine towards like, I'd say like 1 o'clock, right? For those of you that still know how to tell time. But anyways, so again, I'm gonna try to pull my arm from the point of my elbow. You want it like imagine someone pulling a string that was tied to your elbow and just like pulling it backwards, right? Keeping your arm in one unit, you know what I mean? Just like this, right? And I have my machine pointed like at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, I should say. Somewhere in between, maybe 1:30, you know? And then just pull it towards me. All right. So the voltage, I would say, there's no number indicator on the Chyenne Nova. There's no number indicator, so I would say anywhere from like 9 or so, it feels like. 8.5, 9, you know? All right. Let's go here. Keep that steady rate of motion, right? See that there. Not too bad, right? All right, let's do it again. Let's see here. Let's check that. Okay. There's a bit of inconsistencies here, right? That I'm seeing. One thing another pass can't fix. Right. And to fix that, you can, slow your hand down a little bit. Right? Slow your hand down, let the needle penetrate a little bit more. All right, let's slow my hand down a little bit more this time. Okay, start it here. All right. Now these are all just one passes. All right, let's see how this looks here. Let's check that out. Yeah, you can see here there's a little bit of inconsistency here, right? In this little part in the second line there. Now again, these lines could probably use another pass just to solidify them, If you guys are still here, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I've been putting a lot of effort into making these videos, and it makes me super happy to see people wanting to learn more with me here. I've been taking a lot of time just like taking my supplies from the shop and back, and it's a lot of work. So it really makes me happy when I see people really trying to learn, Again, thank you guys so much. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys eat a bunch of great food, see some old friends, see some old family, and have a great day. See you guys.